Okay, so another betting strategy video with specific attention on Betfair US's horse racing markets. In this video, we're going to take a look at a screen recording of myself trading Betfair's Exchange at Tampa Bay Downs. Now, this is the second video from two. The first one was at Will Rogers. That will be found in the end screen of this video if you haven't seen it previously. I noticed a few comments from people who are possibly in the States themselves on the channel recently asking if they can do it too, so we'll touch on that briefly in this video. This is more of a strategy based video though, looking at my own trading on screen with Betfair's Exchange and what's possible inside the horse racing markets, particularly while there's not really a lot of other sport to choose from right now. Okay, so looking into the trading interface on screen, you can see we've got the 7:30 race at Tampa Bay Downs. This was the race directly after the 7:15. Live video on screen there. I'm highlighting things that I mentioned in the previous clip about this being the race number and the MTP, which is the minutes to post. Now we've got 8 minutes to post. There's only 6 until the scheduled post time on screen there, ticking down the timer in the corner. But I want to take this time, just have a little look at the market, see what's going on, the kind of pricing that's available, and where I think the opportunity is going to be. For newbies that are coming into this, as I mentioned in the intro there, I'll take 10-20 seconds just to explain now. On Betfair's Exchange, you can place a bet for something to happen. You can also lay a bet, which is the complete opposite, taking someone else's bet, which means when the price changes, you can basically buy it and sell the bet at different prices and lock in a profit regardless of what happens in the event. You can do that pre-play and in play. Pre-play, you'll find that there's more betting activity, so it's a lot easier to do that successfully. That's what we're looking at right now on screen with a piece of software which links into Betfair's Exchange. The software is called Geeks Toy. We'll find a link and put that in the description somewhere below if you've not seen it before. So, the interface as it stands is showing 4 horses in this race. The favourite on the left is at the shortest price, 1.86. It's currently trading at. The touch price is there. You've got second, third and fourth. Now, my first view on this is I don't really like these kind of races, particularly when they're very low liquidity, because the majority of the trading activity or betting activity with your strategy and view on this is going to centre around that one runner. And the reason for that is because being a short price, it holds a large percentage of the book attention. So 1.86 is obviously odds on. There's a very good chance that this horse is more likely to win than anything else. If that should drift heavily, then the others have an opportunity to come in and vice versa. However, it will take a fair amount of pressure or a good gamble inside the betting market, you see flowing in there on those green bars, for it to change the favourite's activity itself. Now, 4 minutes down to the start on the timer there, which means it's 6 minutes. If you remember, there was 2 minutes difference in the MTP at the start there on the live video. Very important to check. Means that there's not a huge amount of activity right now. But when the live activity picks up on screen, as you can see now, the post parade, as they call it over in the States, this is when the betting market will pick up a little bit initially. So I'm looking for excess volume pouring into the market that's going to affect the prices, change what's happening, and potentially give me a small snippet of value. Looking at this one right now, it looks like the favourite's potentially more likely to drift at this price. It takes a fair amount of money to make a short price favourite even shorter, which is something else to bear in mind also. And there is actually a slight bias looking at the software that's shown us there on the lay column of lay money flowing into the market. So I think we've taken opening trade. On the lay side of the book, that's taking someone else's bet, laying their bet in the anticipation that this price will lengthen. If it goes bigger, then we're going to cash in or cash out, as they call it, lock in a profit. If it goes shorter, then we have to take a loss. So we're taking an educated guess as to where the price is going based on things that I know about the market. Now it's a more in-depth topic, so I can't explain everything in this video, but I'll do my best to show you what's going on screen. So Tampa Bay Downs, we've laid at 1.87. We're on for a total of £100, shown at the top of the ladder there. And as the price starts to drift, you can see our green figure in the profit and loss column on that particular selection. So the other 3 columns are different selections in the market. You can see that there's a tiny bit of more money match on the third. And to be honest, there's not really huge amounts of volume passing through this market at this point in time. It is a maiden claimer at Tampa Bay Downs, so it's going to have slightly less attention on it than some of the other better quality races. But still, the market's moving and we're ready to lock in some profit. The question is, how far is this price going to move? Looking at the others like a hawk, to be honest, at this point in time. So runners 2, 3, 4, 5, I'm looking to see what's happening there, and already we're seeing signs of it bouncing back. It's not the strongest of moves, and this is the problem with the lower liquidity markets in the States. That's why traditionally I wouldn't spend a large amount of my time trading them. There is value there, there is opportunity to trade them, and there is opportunity to make a profit. Although, as you'll have seen from the previous video uploaded to YouTube, it's not always a huge amount of profit, and it isn't right now either. So the question at this point in time is this move going to carry on? Is it going to be a sustained move? Is there reasons to back that up? Now, it's nice to see a little bit of that lay money pushing the price up there. You've seen that come in on the left. But is the market going to turn? Because right now, I'm watching this and I'm thinking it's looking like the market's potentially turning already, or it's stalling at least. So that's why I've taken out a portion of my stake, which has offset my green position in my profit and loss column on the right there. So I've just changed the runner over on the fourth column just to see what's going on elsewhere in the market, because when these prices shift, they affect each other throughout. Meaning that, you know, if the favourite drifts, then someone else comes in and vice versa. But I can't really see any solid reasons that this price is being pushed out at this point in time. I'm now wondering whether I've actually missed a little bit of opportunity, and I could have locked in £4.64 profit there earlier on when I didn't. Small mistake of my own. You know, hindsight's an easier thing to bring up at this point in time. But is the price going to turn, and are we going to be better off backing it, coming back in, if there is more volume pouring into the market? Now, the dark green bars denote the most recent money on the ladder interface and the trading software. So given that there's more traded volume matched in a short space of time, and we're coming down close to the start now, up at the timer there, the official off time's nearly on us, which means we've got 2 minutes to post on the live video, then we need to be very careful what happens here, because we don't want to be caught in play with an open position. We want to close out our trade, because we're trading here, we're not just betting, you know, we've actually got some strategy and we've got a way of doing things here. So in the short space of time down to the start, it's time to back the favourite. Now, there is a large amount of money on the lay side there, but you can see the traded volumes, the wisdom of the crowd, the money pouring into the market, people backing the horse close to the start that are watching the TV, have decided that, you know, the price should be shorter. There's more back money, there's more demand in the market for this runner than there is supply of lay bets. So the price shortens. Didn't get on for all of it, got 75 quid matched, which is important to say. You know, you wouldn't want to be matching 75 quid and more up at those other prices that say 14 on the third price runner there. But because there's a shorter price, there's more volume, there's more unmatched money in the market, it makes things a little bit easier to get our bets filled. Now, again, it's stalled, very frustrating, this one, and that really denotes what it's like trading the US horse racing. That's why predominantly myself, I would focus on UK racing, a lot more volume, a lot easier, a lot more turnover, a lot more opportunity for profit. There's a whole video course about that on my website. We'll put a link in the description below if you're interested. But at this point in time, I just want to close out that position now. So laid off the pink stake there, which was another 117, match bets in the bottom, because we're at 0 minutes to post. Now, that is a very small window of opportunity that you have on the US horse racing, Betfair US Exchange. So we've pulled out £3.94 profit. If you want to see a slightly better video with a little bit more profit, then watch the Will Rogers Downs race that was previously uploaded to the YouTube channel, and we'll put it in the end screen there for you to watch at your own leisure. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to give the video a like.